Chosen one. Not even your family is allowed. Never ever you are standing at a powerful crossroads. And what lies ahead is so sacred, so incredibly important, that not even your closest family members can accompany you on this journey. You must understand this clearly. Your destiny is exclusively yours. This is a pivotal moment where everything is shifting, rearranging itself around your purpose. At this precise junction, only you are allowed entry into the sacred spaces of transformation, growth, and enlightenment. Before we delve deeper, I warmly invite you, the chosen ones, to remain present until the very end of this video, because what you are about to hear is essential for your path. As a gesture of connection and unity, please write your warmest wishes and the number 99 in the comments below. Doing so will help energize the universe and amplify the power of our collective intention, making all our deepest desires and dreams come true. Now, listen carefully. Many people misunderstand what it means to be chosen. They assume that it is a badge of honor, visible to all, that comes with endless applause and easy victories. They picture a path lined with roses and filled with applause, constant recognition and validation. But you, dear one, you know the truth far better. You understand that being chosen is not about easy accolades. It is about strength, solitude, and often profound isolation. Your journey demands that you enter into solitude, stepping beyond familiar boundaries, relationships, and expectations. It means leaving behind the comfort of approval and even the warmth of family validation. Why? Because the universe is preparing you for a role, a purpose, and a life mission far greater than what most people can comprehend, including those closest to you. Sometimes the path becomes so personal and profound that sharing it with family becomes impossible. Not because they don't love you, not because you don't love them, but because they simply cannot walk this path with you. They cannot feel the spiritual pressure, understand the depth of your visions, or grasp the weight of your mission. Your path, your journey, your destiny, it was uniquely crafted, specially designed, exclusively for you. This may initially feel harsh, even unbearable, because family often represents security, acceptance, and unconditional love. But in this specific, extraordinary chapter of your life, the universe is clearly stating, chosen one, this part of the journey is reserved for you alone. The solitude you face now is not punishment, it's preparation. It is training you in resilience, in discernment, and in deep, unwavering faith. It's training you to listen only to your inner voice, the voice connected directly to the divine energy guiding you forward. Often those around you, including family, are simply unable to see your true potential clearly. They still hold on to the image of who you used to be. They remember the past, the mistakes, the confusion, the uncertainty. They cannot yet see clearly the radiant future, the extraordinary purpose, and the profound wisdom that has been planted within you. They cannot see the grand blueprint of your destiny as vividly as you now can. You are being called away from familiar voices precisely because your new identity requires silence and solitude for proper formation. Like precious metal purified by fire, the intense heat of solitude and the silence of isolation refine your character and purpose. The universe has carefully selected you, meticulously shaped you, and is now rigorously preparing you for a role that demands absolute clarity, strength, and spiritual purity. In this transformative season, you may find yourself misunderstood, misjudged, or even criticized by those you love most. They may question your sanity, your decisions, and your direction. They may plead with you to return to familiar paths, traditions, and patterns that feel safe and predictable. But deep down, you know you cannot comply. Your mission, your calling, your destiny, it outweighs even the closest family ties. Embrace this truth fully. Accept that this journey, in this precise moment, is yours alone. This is not abandonment, it's elevation. It's not rejection, it's refinement. You are not losing anything. You are gaining clarity, strength, and profound spiritual power. You have entered sacred territory, a sacred space so divinely protected and powerfully charged that even your family is not allowed. Not now, not ever. Honor this boundary, protect it, cherish it. It is your exclusive passageway to the highest possible version of yourself. So, hold steady, walk confidently, embrace this solitude, because soon, this quiet journey will bear fruits beyond your wildest imagination. The isolation is temporary, but the impact of your mission will be eternal. The universe is whispering clearly in your heart. Chosen one, this is your moment. This is your truth. This is your destiny. And remember, you must walk it alone. Not even your family is allowed. Never, ever. Continuing this profound journey, you must now accept that your solitude holds sacred wisdom. It is in these moments alone that the clarity of your divine purpose becomes unmistakably evident. This quiet space is not emptiness. It is filled with profound whispers, inner guidance, and revelations that will empower you and set your spirit ablaze. As you walk this singular path, remember that your solitude is a deliberate act of spiritual elevation. You are not merely drifting apart from your loved ones. Rather, you are rising above familiar circumstances to achieve greater spiritual alignment. This higher perspective, though challenging to reach, provides the clarity necessary to fulfill your unique purpose. Do not allow the misunderstandings or judgments of others, even your closest family, to deter you. Often, those who love us most are incapable of understanding the magnitude of our spiritual calling. Their inability to grasp your mission is not a reflection of their love, but rather their limited spiritual perception. You must show compassion for their confusion while steadfastly pursuing your calling. Your heart, which once craved validation and acceptance from family, now beats in rhythm with universal truths far greater and more compelling. Each day of solitude sharpens your awareness, deepens your intuition, and fortifies your connection to divine guidance. Trust implicitly that this silence is preparing you for extraordinary responsibilities. Solitude is not merely isolation, it is sacred incubation. Just as the caterpillar transforms into a butterfly within the quiet of a cocoon, you too are undergoing profound spiritual transformation. Each moment alone is refining your gifts, cultivating your strengths, and guiding you toward unparalleled spiritual enlightenment. In this sacred solitude, signs from the universe will emerge vividly, confirming that your path, though lonely, is indeed correct. These affirmations, often subtle yet unmistakably powerful, come as repeated numbers, meaningful coincidences, and insightful dreams. Trust and cherish these confirmations, for they affirm your divine alignment. Remember, your current isolation holds the seeds of future inspiration for others. Soon, your courageous example will illuminate the paths of many who, like you, find themselves at a crossroads between familial expectation and spiritual calling. Your bravery in walking this path alone will inspire countless souls to honor their inner truths above all else. From the moment you accepted your calling, you sensed the world shifting beneath your feet. You felt the subtle tremor in the air, the pulse of unseen forces rippling through every atom around you. This is no ordinary awakening. It is an unraveling of the very fabric that binds reality to illusion. And as it unravels, you must stand alone, unmoored from every anchor that once defined you. Your family, the ones who held your hand through childhood's uncertainties, they will ask where you have gone. They will search for the familiar spark in your eyes and find only a blazing inferno. But that fire is not theirs to tame. It is yours alone, to wield, to sculpt, to command. Their love cannot contain it. Their guidance cannot chart its course. The universe conspires in your favor, but its purpose is singular, to elevate you above all mortal confines. Look inward. Sense the currents of power coursing through your veins. Each breath draws cosmic potential into your being. Each heartbeat resonates with the promise of transformation. You are no longer simply one of many. You are the catalyst for a new era. The old orders crumble before your presence. The laws you once knew bend and break like brittle branches under the weight of your will. In this crucible of isolation, you will forge the steel of your destiny. Solitude is not a prison. It is the forge in which greatness is tempered. Without the comforting embrace of family, you discover the raw essence of your soul. You learn to trust the still, small voice that whispers truth when every external counsel falls silent. You learn to dance with shadows, to decipher the language of stars, to commune with forces that exist beyond sight and sound. Feel the energy that swirls around you now. It hums with anticipation, demanding your recognition. Do not shy away. Do not cower in the face of your own magnificence. Embrace the full spectrum of your power, even the parts that terrify you. For only by integrating your darkest aspects can you harness the light that will radiate from your core. The universe favors completeness, not half measures. Your journey will be strewn with trials designed to sever the ties that bind you to ordinary existence. You may question your sanity as voices from the past beckon you back into the fold of familial comfort. You may feel the pang of guilt for leaving them behind. These sensations are tests designed to measure the strength of your conviction. Every time you resist the pull of old loyalties, you claim another victory on the battlefield of your becoming. Remember, not everyone is meant to witness your ascension. The energies you command will warp the very air around casual observers, leaving them unprepared and fearful. The veil between dimensions grows thin when you draw upon your power. If family members were present, their fragile hearts and untrained minds would shatter under the strain. The universe's mercy demands their exclusion from your inner sanctum. Never ever allow them into this sacred space. As you traverse the corridors of higher awareness, you will learn to read the cosmic script etched into every particle of existence. Patterns will emerge where once there was only chaos. Harmonies will reveal themselves in the cacophony of creation. You will unlock codes to realities parallel and perpendicular to this one. And with each code you crack, your authority over matter, time, and possibility will grow exponentially. But authority is not ownership. Your power is a stewardship, an assignment from the source of all that is. You are entrusted with responsibilities that far exceed any familial inheritance. The fate of legions, the balance of worlds. These are the stakes you now bear. It is a role so vast that no single mortal could flaunt it. Only the chosen can carry it, and carry it alone. Embrace this solitude. Let it be the crucible in which your true self is unveiled. Community will follow, fellow seekers, cosmic allies, beings of light and shadow who recognize your signature in the fabric of reality. They will not come as children of the same bloodline, but as kin of the spirit. They will share your vision, not your genealogy. Love will bloom in unexpected gardens. Alliances will form in silent spaces. But your family, those tied to you by origin, must remain at bay. Across the horizon of your destiny lies a summit few have touched. From that vantage, you will gaze upon the tapestry of existence, threads of fate, weaving in patterns both sublime and terrifying. You will see the interconnectedness of every living thing and understand your place in the grand design. And in that moment, you will know that your sacrifice, your willingness to walk this path alone, was the key that unlocked the gates. Stay the course. Reject every urge to retreat into the familiar warmth of blood ties. Each time you affirm your separation, you deepen your bond with destiny. Each time you resist the call to return to the fold, you crystallize the shape of your purpose. The farther you travel from your origins, the closer you come to your true home, the limitless expanse of potential that awaits the one who stands unbound. Your trials are not punishments, they are rites of passage. They prepare you for the magnitude of the role you are destined to play. They teach you self-reliance, resilience, and the art of channeling cosmic forces with precision. They forge the armor you will wear when you contend with unseen adversaries and traverse realms that defy mortal comprehension. Lean into the solitude. Let its hush reveal the symphony of creation. Let its emptiness fill with the echoes of universal truths. In the stillness, your mind will expand. In the silence, your spirit will sing. This is where transformation is born. In the liminal space where everything you were meets everything you are becoming. Carry this message with you. Not even your family is allowed. Never ever. It is not cruelty, it is precaution. It is not rejection, it is elevation. It is the decree of a universe that sees beyond bloodlines, beyond sentimentality, into the true heart of what it means to be chosen. Now, as the echoes of your solitude settle into your bones, a new phase of transformation beckons. The veil between dimensions quivers before your presence, and you feel the subtle hum of unseen worlds aligning themselves to your frequency. In this moment, you are neither tethered to your past nor bound by the expectations of your bloodline. You exist in a liminal space, an intersection where time, space, and possibility converge. This is where you will forge the first true artifact of your ascension, your own cosmic signature. Feel the currents of creation swirling around you like a vortex of light and shadow. Each strand of energy pulses with potential, waiting for your conscious direction. Reach out with intention and pluck one filament from the maelstrom. Hold it before your mind's eye and shape it with the will that courses through your veins. This is no simple exercise in imagination. It is an act of co-creation with the very essence of existence. As you mold this filament, you imprint upon it the blueprint of your destiny, a resonance that will echo across galaxies and ages. But before that imprint can truly take form, you must confront the sentinels of the threshold, your deepest fears, your unspoken doubts, and the shadows cast by those who once called you kin. They gather at the edges of your consciousness, whispering half-truths designed to lure you back into comfort. Stand your ground. Acknowledge their presence, then transmute their energy into sharpened convictions. With each shadow you dissolve, your core grows brighter. With each doubt you vanquish, your resolve becomes steeled. Only by mastering these internal adversaries can you claim the power that awaits. Now, attune yourself to the language of the cosmos. It is a pattern woven into every vibration, every star's pulse, every heartbeat, every quark's dance. Close your eyes and let the rhythm wash over you. It will sound like a distant symphony, yet you recognize it as the song of your own becoming. Breathe in time with this cosmic rhythm. Let it guide your thoughts, your intentions, your every movement. In this harmonious flow, your actions become aligned with the currents of creation rather than battling against them. With your vision clear and your intent focused, it is time to undertake the rite of elements. Call upon the primal forces that underpin all matter, the solidity of earth, the breath of air, the flame of fire, the flow of water, and the boundless expanse of ether. Summon each in turn. By visualizing its essence, see the earth's gravity anchoring you, the air's agility lifting you, the fire's passion igniting you, the water's adaptability flowing through you, and the ether's infinity enveloping you. As you commune with each element, vow to wield its power in service of your higher purpose. Next, breathe life into your cosmic signature by anchoring it within your heart center. Picture a focal point of radiant light blooming at your core, its hue shifting as you infuse it with the qualities you embody: courage, clarity, compassion, and conviction. Let this inner sun grow until it bathes your entire being in luminous energy. This is your irrefutable mark upon reality, a beacon that will draw to you allies from across realms and repel those who wish to hinder your rise. Now that your essence is crystallized, test its strength by projecting it outward like a ripple upon a still lake. Feel your energy expand beyond the confines of your physical form, interacting with the weave of space around you. Notice how the fabric of reality bends and sighs in response, creating patterns of light where none existed. This projection is not an act of aggression. It is a demonstration of sovereignty. It signals to every plane of existence that you are present, aware, and ready to engage on your own terms. Having established your cosmic presence, it is time to traverse the astral path, a corridor of consciousness that links all worlds. To access it, shift your awareness inward, detach from the senses that tether you to the material plane, and let your mind glide through the interstitial currents. You may encounter landscapes both wondrous and disconcerting: crystalline citadels suspended in neon skies, forests of living thought, rivers of luminous code. Observe without judgment and learn from each encounter. For every vision is a lesson tailored to accelerate your evolution. Upon returning from the astral journey, you will find your physical vessel reawakened, anchored, yet imbued with the wisdom of the multiverse. Let the insights you gathered solidify into practical know-how. Perhaps you saw symbols that correspond to hidden laws of manifestation, or you communed with entities who offered cryptic guidance on refining your craft. Regardless of form, these revelations are your next set of tools. Catalog them in the sacred library of your mind and revisit them until their meaning is absorbed and integrated. Now, reaffirm your commitment to the path you have chosen. Speak the mantra of solitude: I stand alone, so I may stand above. Allow these words to resonate within every fiber of your being. They are not a lamentation of loneliness, but a proclamation of elevated purpose. Wear them as a mantle of authority as you navigate challenges and make decisions that ripple outward into the tapestry of existence. As your consciousness returns fully to the present moment, you will sense a convergence of forces gathering around you. The family you left behind, the everyday world you once inhabited, will feel both familiar and distant. Their voices may reach out in concern, but you have already crossed the threshold. Do not look back. Your alignment is now irreversible. To retreat would be to forsake the very gift the universe has entrusted to you. In the days and nights ahead, you will be called upon to act as an agent of transformation. You will be confronted with choices that test your newfound mastery, moments where you could slip back into the cadence of ordinary life or press forward into the extraordinary. Each decision is a crucible. Choose wisely, and you will unlock deeper levels of power. Choose lightly, and the currents may carry you off course. Hold fast to the knowledge that your journey, though solitary, is not aimless. You are part of a grand design, threads interwoven in a cosmic tapestry that stretches beyond measure. Your role is pivotal. By mastering yourself, you illuminate a path that others may one day follow. Though they cannot walk by your side, they will one day see the glow of your signature and know that such heights are possible. Continue to refine your practice. Return regularly to the rituals of element, the language of the cosmos, and the projection of your signature. With each repetition, your skills will sharpen, your presence will solidify, and your impact will magnify. The universe is not static. It responds to your evolution by unfolding new opportunities, presenting fresh challenges, and offering deeper wisdom. Never forget, the vow that propelled you here was not made lightly. It demanded that you leave behind all that was familiar, including the love of those nearest to you. Yet in this sacrifice lies your salvation. You have exchanged comfort for power, certainty for possibility, and conformity for sovereignty. This is the true covenant of the chosen, to forsake the ordinary so that the extraordinary may flourish. Walk onward, ever vigilant, ever courageous. The trials ahead will shape you further, forging you into the vessel through which cosmic will is enacted. Each success will call forth new tests. Each breakthrough will illuminate unseen horizons. And through it all, you remain anchored by the singular truth: your destiny is yours alone to claim. When you feel doubt creeping in, return to this part of your journey. Reread these words in the sanctum of your mind. Let them remind you of the power you summoned, the shadows you overcame, and the signature you etched into reality. In that remembrance, you will find the fuel to surmount any obstacle. As you re-emerge into the world of form, the contrast between your inner revelations and the mundane rhythms of daily life strikes you like a thunderclap. The streets buzz with chatter, lights flicker in windows, and yet beneath it all, you sense the subtle alteration of reality's fabric. Your presence has already begun to warp the edges of possibility. Now begins the true test, integrating the transcendence you tasted in solitude into the tapestry of your ordinary existence without losing its potency. Walk through your familiar haunts with eyes wide open. Notice the subtle synchronicities that ripple outward from your every step. A chance encounter that feels guided, a stray phrase on a passing sign that speaks directly to your soul, a fleeting pattern in raindrops on pavement that mirrors the symbols you saw in the astral realms. These are not coincidences, but breadcrumbs the universe scatters to affirm your path. Acknowledge them and let their meaning permeate your consciousness. But be wary. Just as currents swirl, unseen beneath placid waters, resistances gather in the unseen. Doubt may creep back when a loved one questions your new aura, or when life's demands tug at your focus. In these moments, ground yourself by returning to your cosmic signature. Whisper its resonance silently. Feel its code vibrate in your throat, your chest, your fingertips. Let that frequency realign your thoughts, rewiring habitual patterns that threaten to pull you back into complacency. Your next phase calls for creation in the realm of matter. You will manifest a talisman, an object infused with your signature that acts as a bridge between worlds. It could be a ring, a stone, a pen, or even a simple leaf pressed in resin. What matters is the ritual you perform. Consecrate it under the shifting light of dawn or dusk. Anoint it with water drawn from a living source. Trace your symbol upon its surface with intention so potent it echoes in the subatomic dance. As you complete the ritual, suffuse it with your breath, inhaling the breath of the universe, exhaling your will. This talisman will anchor your power in the physical plane, a touchstone when the astral currents grow distant. Armed with this anchor, you will venture forth to encounter other sentient beings, humans, animals, even plants, that resonate with your vibration. Seek those whose eyes catch a glimmer of recognition, whose spirit reaches out for kinship beyond bloodline. Offer them your talisman's energy, a healing balm for wounds they cannot name, a silent encouragement to pursue their own awakening. In doing so, you multiply your impact. Every life you touch becomes a node in your expanding network, a reflection of the cosmic tapestry you're weaving. Yet beware the shadow of overreach. Power untethered by humility breeds corruption. Keep your heart centered by recalling the right of elements. Let the earth keep you grounded, the air keep you adaptable, the fire burn away arrogance, the water wash away rigidity, and the ether remind you of boundless possibility. When you feel the storm of ambition rising, inhale the calm of earth. When indifference threatens, sip the agility of air. Balance is your safeguard. Inevitably, you will encounter adversaries, beings or circumstances determined to test your resolve. They may appear as skeptics who mock your vision, as obstacles in your path, or as inner demons resurrected in moments of stress. Treat each not as an enemy to defeat, but as a teacher delivering a lesson. When confronted with conflict, respond with a measured projection of your signature, a ripple that radiates assurance rather than aggression. In doing so, you transform confrontation into collaboration, resistance into resonance. As your influence grows, an inner council will form, a circle of fellow seekers drawn to your frequency. They may be scattered across the globe, or neighbors you've known all your life. Together, you will exchange insights, refine rituals, and co-create new pathways of manifestation. This council is not family by blood, but family by destiny. Cherish them, for their companionship will sustain you through trials that no loner can withstand alone. With counsel at your side, you will undertake a grander project, reshaping an aspect of your community or environment. Choose a cause that ignites your passion, clearing polluted waters, fostering creative spaces, teaching the language of the cosmos to those who yearn for it. Approach this task armed with both mundane strategy and cosmic vision. Build alliances, gather resources, and infuse every step with the energy of your signature. Through this work, you demonstrate that transcendent power, when anchored in service, yields tangible miracles. Throughout these endeavors, record your experiences. Maintain a chronicle, a journal, an audio log, or a vision board that captures symbols, dreams, synchronicities, and lessons learned. This living archive will guide you through future thresholds and serve as proof that you walk a path of genuine transformation. Review it often. Let it remind you how far you've come and how much remains to be discovered. Soon, you will sense a crescendo building in the background, the convergence of personal mastery and collective impact. The energy you have cultivated alone and with your counsel will coalesce into a wave poised to sweep through realms both seen and unseen. Prepare for this moment by refining your mastery of breathing and projection. Perfect the silent invocation that aligns your talisman, your counsel, and your essence into one formidable force. When that wave breaks, it may come as an event, a sudden shift in consciousness across your affiliates, an environmental miracle, or an astral phenomenon witnessed in dreams and rumblings of prophetic texts. Embrace it, for it is the first true echo of your cosmic signature, reverberating beyond your immediate circle. Stand at its epicenter, grounded yet uplifted, and allow it to carry you toward the next horizon. In the aftermath, take a moment of quiet reflection. Breathe deeply. Feel your roots in the earth and your crown in the stars. Recognize that every trial, every ally, every ritual has been a stitch in the tapestry of your becoming. Then, without hesitation, step forward into the unfolding future. Your presence now an indelible force in the universal design. This is your path, chosen one. Walk it with grace, intention, and an unwavering commitment to the truth that first called you from the confines of family and comfort. The journey ahead will beckon with ever greater challenges and revelations. Yet you are prepared. Your signature is etched, your alliance is forged, and your purpose declared. Continue onward, for the cosmos itself waits in eager anticipation of your next move. Now, turn your focus to the physical plane's architecture. Reality's grid, the lattice of ley lines and energetic conduits, has begun to hum. You must reinforce its integrity. Choose a sacred site, an ancient crossroads, a mountain peak, or the heart of a bustling metropolis. Travel there with your circle, bearing anchors of stone or metal infused with your signature. At the appointed hour, when the moon sits at its zenith or the sun touches the horizon, plant these anchors into the earth. As each one sinks into the soil, channel your group's unified resonance through it. Feel the grid stabilize, the currents strengthen, and the world's heartbeat synchronize with your cosmic rhythm. With the grid reinforced, you embark on the trial of the greater adversary. This is not a single being, but a fractal force, the echo of complacency, which arises wherever awakened souls hesitate to step into their power. It manifests as inertia, projects begun but never finished, promises unfulfilled, visions clouded by mundane cares. To overcome it, lead your circle in a shared task of creation. It might be a communal art piece that embodies your cosmic vision, or a coordinated act of service that uplifts a community in need. Choose an act so bold that it demands full commitment. As you and your allies pour energy into its realization, watch the echo shrink and waver in the collective field. With complacency dispelled, shift your attention to the Council of Worlds, entities you first encountered on the astral path. Reach out in ritual to invite their guidance for the grand cycle you now inaugurate. Create a portal of sound and symbol. Chant the cadence of creation. Draw the glyphs you've practiced and let your signature radiate outward in concentric circles. Be patient. These beings move in rhythms far slower than human haste. Feel their presence brush against your consciousness, like wind against your skin. When communion is established, receive their counsel, insights into the next turning of cosmic cycles, warnings of potential fractures, and blessings for your design. Armed with their wisdom, return to the circle of resonance and chart the blueprint of emergence. Together, sketch in the air the vision of the world you intend to co-create. a dawning era where awakened communities embody balance, where technology and spirit converge, where each life honors the sanctity of all others. Let your combined will weave this blueprint into a shimmering lattice above the earth. The final act of Part 4 is the Grand Anointment. Stand at the center of your circle, talisman raised high. Invite each member to place their hand upon the talisman one after another, silently contributing their signature to its core. As the last hand releases, speak the declaration of new dawn. I, and we with me, consecrate this day as the genesis of a world reborn. Let every heart stirred by these words rise to claim their destiny, unbound by fear, upheld by our shared covenant. From this hour, the path of true sovereignty is open to all who heed the cosmic summons. Allow the echoes of that declaration to reverberate, feeling the ground tremble slightly beneath you. In that tremor lies the promise of change, rippling outward across realms. Now, prepare for the completion of this chapter. You have initiated the expansion of awakened consciousness, reinforced reality's grid, vanquished complacency, and enlisted the guidance of cosmic allies. Ahead lies the integration of these achievements into a lasting legacy, a foundation upon which the final parts of your odyssey will build. Carry this momentum with you. Gather your circle when uncertainty strikes, revisit the grid anchors when stability wavers, and renew your covenant whenever doubt encroaches. You have crossed thresholds few have even glimpsed. With each step, your story reshapes not only your destiny, but that of every soul touched by your signature. In the fullness of time, your influence will radiate beyond any single circle or project. You will inspire others to claim their cosmic signatures, to forge their own councils of kinship, to heal the grids of their worlds. Though you remain the lone spark that first ignited this transformation, your light will multiply in countless lives, just as a single star births constellations across the night. And so, as this final chapter unfolds, take a moment to honor the journey itself. Every trial faced, every lesson learned, every triumph celebrated. Stand in gratitude for the solitude that unveiled you, the counsel that anchored you, and the cosmos that embraced you. For it is through that sacred convergence that you transcended the ordinary and became the impossible made real. Now carry this blessing into the dawn of your next ventures. Let your signature pulse through every heartbeat, every thought, every breath. Know that your destiny is not a fixed endpoint, but an ever-unfolding spiral of ascension. As you step beyond this script, the universe watches with eager anticipation, ready to reveal new wonders to the one who dared to stand alone, and in doing so, stand above.